think so.
I call this meeting of the Round Rock Independent School District Board of Trustees back to order. It's Thursday, June 21st, 2018. It is 7:18 p.m. Board members, we are going to move to the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Caputo.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you. Board members, I'm now going to ask that we move item M6 up, approval for naming of the Round Rock ISD Administration Building. Ms. Carpenter, Ms. Caputo?
Good evening, President Cox, Dr. Flores, and trustees. We brought to you a few weeks ago information about renaming our administrative building after Lily Delgado. After going through the Board of Trustees policy and process, we sought public input and had an overwhelming support for naming the building after Lily Delgado. Ms. Delgado was a member of the Round Rock ISD family who passed away April 4, 2012. She faithfully served students and staff of Round Rock ISD for 42 years as a teacher's aide and as secretary to the superintendent from 1977 to 2012. Her colleagues describe her as an exceptional woman who fought to the very end to live life to the fullest. Giving the overwhelming support of the respondents and the community's love and respect for Ms. Delgado, we recommend the Board of Trustees name the Round Rock ISD Administration Building the Lily Delgado Administration Building.
Thank you. My computer's not working. Mr. Chadwell.
I was going to make a motion, but I also want to say thank you for putting this together. Thank you for your family for being here, and thank you for recognition for the community for this outpouring support on that. So,
It's probably more than that.
any other comments, though?
Yes, I'm sorry. We were trying to figure out how many superintendents she served. Did that come out? 8, 9,
was
10,
12, I
11.
thought.
11. So that
And-
means she trained 11 superintendents. If you know Lily Delgado, she would be standing in the doorway with her hands on her hips, right?
And that was me for a month, about a month, because I was the acting superintendent back in 2005, so I'll always fondly remember her. I was scared the day I got in that office, and I said, what am I going to do? She says, I'll show you and I'll tell you what to do. So I do miss her.
But
Yes.
I'll also say that there's a plaque in front of in the entryway to the administration building that has a list of all of the trustees over the years, and she probably has worked with half of them, so, I don't know, 50-something, so
At least, yeah.
trustees over the years, so.
Yes. And I think that we often talk about the fact that when Lily left the position, it took 2 people to replace her. So we know just how much she gave to this district. I do have her family sitting here I'd like to recognize. Her son, Stephen and Adrian, her mom, Lydia, and her sister, Deborah. And if there's any other comments, I'd entertain a motion. Mr. Chadwell.
Madam President, I move that the board approve the naming of the Round Rock ISD Administration Building located at 1311 Round Rock Avenue, the Lily Delgado Administration Building.
Second.
I have a motion and a second that the board approve the naming of the Round Rock ISD Administration Building located at 1311 Round Rock Avenue, the Lily Delgado Administration Building. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Motion carries.
If we could have the family come up, we'd love to have a picture with the Board of Trustees. If you want to come to the front, and Board, if you could come around, and Dr.
And I didn't know
Flores.
if they wanted to speak at all. Thank you.
Just want to thank Chad, Dr. Flores, Diane, and all the board members for the opportunity of having the building named after my mother, or our mother, excuse me. I'd also like to thank all the community members that also voted and approved the naming as well. Our mother was here for 42 years, and we remember being at the building with her when it was a very small building, and she was there where it grew to where it is today. So it truly is an honor for our family that her name can be on that building and her memory will carry forward. So thank you.
We might have to put some of the gentlemen in the back. Ladies, if some of you want to come in front of the gentleman, that would.
That'll work over here. If you guys will look over here, please, on 3. 1, 2, 3. And one more time over here. 1, 2, and 3. Go to slideshow.
Okay, board members, now we're going to move on to the board recognitions and introductions for June. I know. You're going
Good
to ask
evening
us to come
again.
back up again. aren't you?
I am. Tonight, it's my honor to introduce 2 outstanding organizations who've contributed incredible amounts of time and money, all for the benefit of Round Rock ISD students and teachers. So, Board and Dr. Flores, if you could join us at the front. The first group we'll be recognizing is our Partners in Education Foundation. The Round Rock ISD Partners in Education Foundation is presenting Round Rock ISD with a symbolic check for over $500,000 in representation of the amount of money the foundation raised during the 2017-18 school year for innovative academic programs that enrich and maximize the quality of every student's education. The foundation also supports educators and students through the Teacher of the Year program, Excellence in Education grants, student scholarships, the district's annual school supplies event. The Partners in Education Foundation was established in 1985 when leaders from the Round Rock Chamber of Commerce, the Great Northwest Austin Chamber of Commerce, Round Rock ISD Council of PTAs, and Round Rock ISD administration joined forces to uphold and encourage excellence in education through the direct involvement and support of local businesses and community organizations. The foundation has a 32-year history of supporting academic excellence in the district. Please join me in welcoming the following Partners in Education Foundation Board of Directors and staff who are here this evening. Lisa Cobble, Board of Directors President, Jaime Alanese with State Farm Insurance, Jared Sturzinger with O'Connell Robertson, and PI Foundation staff, who we know and love, are Mary Ann Reep, PI Executive Director, and Melissa Schmalbach, Fundraising and Marketing Manager.
on three, y'all, 1, 2, and 3. And one more time, please. 1, 2, and... All right, thank you.
Now I move on to another outstanding organization who's doing great things for students and the community of Round Rock ISD. The El Amistad Club of Round Rock is a nonprofit civic organization that inspires leaders of tomorrow. For the past 50 years, the club has given almost $2 million in scholarship awards to hundreds of graduating students in Round Rock and the surrounding school districts. The group has grown from the original 7 members to 80, 3 of whom are founding members still active in the organization. Since its establishment in 1968, the nonprofit has dedicated itself to promoting leadership through education and celebrating local veterans with the goal of sharing their passion to inspire leaders of tomorrow. In May, the club celebrated its milestone anniversary at the 50th annual Fiesta Amistad held at Old Settlers Association. Representing the club tonight is Isaac Lopez, a founding member of El Amistad Club, a graduate of Round Rock High School, and the first Hispanic member of the Round Rock ISD Board of Trustees. Bluebonnet Elementary School was dedicated to Mr. Lopez in honor of his devotion to the betterment of his community, civic leadership, and for being a dedicated friend of education. Also representing the club this evening is Andy Martinez, former El Amistad Club president, and Mr. Martinez and Mr. Lopez are going to say a few words tonight, so join me in welcoming them now.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Madam Chair, Dr. Flores, board members, thank you for the opportunity to address you, and thank you for the recognition. We do it because we love education, we love our kids. And it's our pleasure to every year as we watch kids walk across the stage to see that all this hard work that we do is going back into the community. It is my pleasure to introduce one of our founding members, and as you heard what his accomplishments have been since he's been a member of Round Rock, I'd like to have Isaac come out and say a few words on behalf of La Amistad. And by the way, while he's doing that, I'm going to go get a cake over there that I brought, right? And we're going to share it with everybody here, okay? Go ahead, Isaac.
Thank you, Andy. Good evening, Dr. Flores and members of the board. Thank you for allowing me to come here before you tonight and tell you a little bit about El Amistad Club. My name is Isaac Lopez, and I'm a native of Round Rock. I attended Round Rock schools for 12 years and graduated from Round Rock High School in 1958, high above old Brushy's water. El Amistad Club was formed in 1968, and it came about because there were several of us that were concerned about the fact that there were so many of our young Hispanics that were graduating from high school and were not going on to the next level of learning. So we decided that we wanted to do something about it. So we came up with the idea that we would establish scholarship funds and we would award those youngsters with scholarships in hopes that they would encourage them to go on to the next level. So we organized as a 501c3 nonprofit. We recruited members, and we went about the task of raising funds for the scholarships. Our initial entry was very dismal. We only awarded $200 that first year. But since then, we have become more profitable, and this year we awarded, like they mentioned, $120,000. And that's surpassed, and we have surpassed the $2 million mark. Our initial focus of the scholarships was the young Hispanics, but of course we have also we'll recognize anyone or even awarded scholarships to anyone that applies for our scholarships. In 1960, our mission of the Amistad is to provide opportunities for youth, educational opportunities. We also wanted to promote the Hispanic culture, recognize our veterans, and also develop our members as leaders in the community. In 1968, we saw the first Hispanic ever elected to Round Rock City Council. Later, there were other members or other Hispanics that were elected and served as the Round Rock City Council, and some of them were our members. People such as Ben Salazar and Tom Lopez and Carlos Salinas. In 1969, we felt that there was a need to have a Hispanic on the Board of Trustees. So we knew that the district was a little bit piece of the pie, and we knew that we had somebody that was really special, somebody that pretty well known throughout the district, somebody that could serve the needs of our students, our classroom teachers, and our taxpayers. And we had a difficulty coming up with anybody. No one just jumped up and said, "I'll do it, let me do it." So one evening, we just couldn't come up with anybody. So one evening, my wife and I were having dinner, and we were discussing our dilemma. And I told her, I said, "We just can't find anybody that would run for the school board." And she said, "Well, what about you? If you need somebody, why don't you do it?" I said, "Well, me, not me. She said, "No, you, being a woman," she persisted, of course. And I told her, I said, "Okay, let me sleep on it." So, the next day, I got up and I went and filed for the school board. And, fortunately, I was able to get elected. And I was subsequently reelected for three different terms. And later, there were other Hispanics that also were elected to the school board and served. And people like Oscar Perez, who served for 15 years, and Brick Mireles, who served for 12 years. You currently have one of our members on the board here, Mr. Edward Henna, who, by the way, happened to marry to the right family because he's married to my niece. So we're really proud of our organization. I think we're a very strong and very sound organization. I think we've met a need that existed in our schools and our communities. And as our members are committed to serve this community and this school district for another 50 years. And today we're celebrating our 50th anniversary. Of course, we had a cake. I think it's already been halfway eaten. No, it's still there. And we invite you to join us at your next break and have a piece of our cake. So again, thank you for letting me speak before you.
We have members of El Amistad here. If y'all could come forward and take a picture with the board here, we would appreciate it. We also have two other founding members that are here with us this evening. We have Ben Salazar. He was one of the founding members, and David Carlin, who was with the school district for a long time, founding member. So why don't you come up there and take a picture, and then we'll let them get started with the meeting. And we're going to take the cake. We're going to take the cake and cut it, and you're welcome to come out and have some.
Yeah. One, two. Yeah, that'll work.
We're going to have to do 2 rows so we can get all your lovely faces in the photo. I've been eating cake all week. Okay. You're so sweet.
Okay, guys, if we could get y'all looking forward, please. There we go. Yes. Oh, they're still kind of, yeah, they're shifting around.
Look at the camera.
Okay, guys, if you guys will look over here, please. On 3, 1, 2, and 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. I think they want photo as well.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll do one more. 1, 2, 3.
And trustees, you can be seated. More proof that the Pie Foundation is always helping out. They took El Amistad's cake to cut it up for us so people can have a piece. So helping each other out. I love it. We do have 2 new principals we're very excited to bring to you this evening. 2 exceptional leaders that are new in their positions, actually. Not new to our Round Rock ISD family, but new to being principals in Round Rock ISD. First, I'd like to introduce Alethea Britton, who was recently selected as the new principal of Double File Trail Elementary School. Alethea is a world-class leader with an established reputation for cultivating supportive and collaborative campus environments where students feel empowered to achieve success. Alethea has worked in Round Rock ISD since 2015 and most recently served as assistant principal at C.D. Folks Middle School. She has also worked as a district instructional specialist, assistant principal, and master teacher in Austin ISD, Manor ISD, and Pflugerville ISD. She has 18 years of experience in education and earned a Master's of Educational Administration and principal certification from Concordia University. She's also a graduate of the University of Texas at Austin, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts degree. Please join me in welcoming Double File Trail Principal Alethea Britton.
To the members of the school board and Dr. Flores, I want to first say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to lead. I'm very excited and honored. I feel it a blessing to be the new principal at Double File Trail Elementary. I have my notes. I'm going to admit I'm very nervous, so I'm going to refer to my notes. I plan to add value to the Double File Trail community by being a servant leader who lives our district leadership principles of including all, investing in growth, and inspiring action. I have a few people that I want to thank. I want to thank Ms. Natalie Nichols. Natalie is my new area superintendent. I want to thank you for your leadership, your mentorship, and your vision. Natalie has been quite essential in helping me transition from assistant principal at C.D. Folks to the new principal at Double File Trail. I also want to share a little bit about me. I've been in education for over 18 years. I've served in a few districts in Central Texas, and Round Rock is absolutely the best district in Texas. Dr. Flores, you are the happiest superintendent I've ever met. I most recently was at C.D. Folks Middle School, and I was there two of my 3 years with Dr. Guerrero. And I do want to recognize Dr. Nancy Guerrero and thank her for her leadership and for teaching me the importance of building great relationships with all stakeholders. Another member of my C.D. Folks admin team is actually here, Mr. Joe Valenzuela, and I want to thank Joe for allowing me to learn with and from him. Thank you, Joe. So as I said, I'm coming from C.D. Folks Middle School. 12 of my 18 years are in elementary. I'm super excited about returning to elementary. I've enjoyed middle school, but my heart is in elementary. It's a privilege and honor to have this new opportunity. I want to extend special thanks to the newly retired principal of Double File Trail, Miss Abby Duffy. She's very warm, she's very kind, she's been very accommodating to me during the transition, giving me tours of the building, introductions to staff. She's leaving behind a lot of resources for me, some really strong systems, and a very strong legacy. And I want to thank Abby for being so accommodating. I do want to acknowledge that I have met with a lot of teachers from Double File Trail already. The teachers have been very selfless in coming to school to meet with me, to start to build connections and build that relationship that's going to allow us to do great things for kids. So I do want to thank the teachers and the staff for being so selfless with their time during their summer break. Over the last couple of weeks, I've actually been able to meet some of the families of Double File Trail as well. On Tuesday nights, we host library night at Double File, and I've been able to be a part of the last couple of Tuesday nights, meeting families, and I'm so excited about partnering with families and providing a very, very important relationship and continuing to do the amazing work at Double File Trail that Ms. Duffy and the staff have already started. Lastly, I want to share that I'm committed to positively impacting our learning community by building and maintaining great relationships and putting kids first. Our kids are our greatest resource. They are a gift to us, and it's my mission to learn and join our team in inspiring our staff and encouraging our students to be brave, choose kind, and lead on. Thank you.
can just stand right there in between, and Dr. Flores and President Cox, if you want to stand, we'll get a photo right there. Yeah. Yeah.
One more time, please.
Next, I'd like to introduce our newest Cedar Ridge Raider, new principal of Cedar Ridge High School, G.A. Kim. G.A. is a phenomenal leader who has a proven track record of creating environments that bring staff and communities together to provide support and resources needed to meet the needs of learners at all levels. G.A. has worked in Round Rock ISD since 2013, most recently as principal of Spicewood Elementary School. She was an assistant principal at John B. Connolly High School and Palmer Lane Elementary School in Pflugerville ISD. G.A. earned a Master's of Educational Administration and Bachelor's in Applied Learning and Development from the University of Texas at Austin. Please join me in welcoming Cedar Ridge High School Principal G.A. Kim.
Good evening. First and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. Flores and the Board of Trustees, also Dr. Guerrero, for the great opportunity to lead and serve the Cedar Ridge learning community. This is actually a proud day for Round Rock ISD because I am a proud product of Round Rock ISD. I graduated from McNeil High School, and so we all should be proud that I am standing here to serve the community, right? So the last 2 weeks, it's been very exciting as I had the opportunity to dive into the life on Cedar Ridge High School. The more I got to know the greatness that already exists in this learning community, the more I feel it is an absolute honor to be graced with the opportunity to become a part of Cedar Ridge family that seeks and achieves excellence beyond academics for all students. So 5 years ago, when I was named principal at Spicewood Elementary School, many asked, what does she know about elementary school? Because I came from high school. And right now, I know many are asking, what does she know about high school? That's okay. Thank you, Dr. Flores, for believing in me and believing in the fact that great leadership is great leadership at any level, at any school. So I want to promise the community that together we will continue the collaborative work of serving our students and families by providing the world-class education. And my hope is that one day that the students that I have had impact on would be standing here being named as principals and leaders and executive board members to serve this community in turn. Thank you for the opportunity.
Let's keep the same pattern.
You guys will look over here, please. 1, 2, and 3.
And here, Raider Nation.
Okay, board members, we will be going back into closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071. The board will meet to discuss and deliberate the McNeil High School project final HPM audit and legal update. 2, the pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.072, the board will meet to consider proposed property sale, purchase, and/or exchange of land. Pursuant to Section 551.076, the board will meet to discuss and deliberate the district and board safety and security measures. And 4, the board will move into closed session if the Board of Trustees requests legal advice from its attorney on any matter on the agenda pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071 for consultation with its attorney, or pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.074 to discuss personnel. We are in closed session.